and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding of who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit at all. For anyone else and everyone else that the message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Please check out my other videos if you know what your placements are. Cross watchers, you are always welcome. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. Let's begin healing together. This channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. And hello, today I'm doing a Cancer reading. You know, first and foremost, before I start the Cancer reading, I would like to discuss religion versus spirituality. My husband and I, we recently had a conversation about religion and spirituality. And we spoke about me personally. You know, I always tell people I am God body. And a lot of people misinterpret that because the first thing they hear when a person says that they are God body, they hear Islam. I am not a Muslim at all. I do not represent any religion at all. I am not a part of any religion at all. I am a spiritual person. So when I say that I am God body, that's because I am. It doesn't mean that I am a 5%er. I can't describe to you what being God body is because everyone has to go through their own journey to figure it out. However, religion, those are people who worship God. In spirituality, we encourage oneness with God, oneness within ourselves, because we do believe that God lives within us. Religious people, they believe that God is outside of them. Spiritual people like myself, we believe that God is within us, like I just said. Religious people, they separate people who have different beliefs and values. In spirituality, we unite people regardless of their beliefs. That's why when I first come on to any platform, I always say that my channel is a no judgment zone place for healing because that's what spiritual people do. We unite people regardless of their beliefs or values. Religious people, they teach people who have different beliefs and values. In spirituality, we unite and we teach people to create heaven on earth. And what we mean by that, the dome, the head, the mind is your heaven. That's what we believe. Your heaven and earth is within you. It's what you create. Religious people, they base religion upon fear and restriction. Spiritual people, we base things on love and freedom because spirituality is free, it's freedom. to choose. Religious people, they feel like being a single drop in the ocean is all it is. They feel like just one single drop is the whole entire ocean. And spirituality, we like being the entire ocean in a single drop. Religious people, you know, they base their beliefs upon experiences. So, as you can see, there are many stories in the Bible. So, they believe those stories in the Bible and they base their beliefs off experiences of other people. In spirituality, we base things off a personal experience, off our own personal journey. Everyone has a journey. No journeys are going to be alike. They may be similar, but they are very different. Everyone is going to walk their path of their own spiritual journey. You know, let me say this: a child's first enemy is an unhealed parent. A child's first enemy is an unhealed parent. So let's talk about generational curses. When a parent is unhealed, and they bring life into this world, when they are unhealed, they become their child's worst enemies. Arguments, rift, strife, you letting whomever you want babysit your child, to strangers, dropping them off, being in the presence of strangers, children being hurt physically, mentally, emotionally. So, when a person is pushed to his or her limit, they will discover who they are. And it's sad that we have to go down that path, right? Because some people think that going down that path is a path of loneliness and a path of darkness, but that's not true. Because what cannot destroy you will reinvent you. And it takes some people longer than others for them to be reinvented. You have to be able to find your peace within yourself, within your heaven, your earth, and your God body. So people need to understand that once you go through your worst time alone, you really don't care who stays in your life anymore. A lot of people worry about what another person thinks, what they may say, but you can't. When you've gone through your worst pain, your worst hurt alone, when you travel that journey, people feel like that's called darkness. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel. But when you go through that journey alone, you really don't care who stays in your life and who goes. And I'm that person because I went through my worst journey alone, being resuscitated 3 times, knowing where my heaven and earth reside within myself, knowing where my God resides within me. I am God body. So I wish everyone strength enough to be gentle to whomever. I wish everyone strength to be gentle to the next person and more importantly to themselves. I personally need to plant roots of my inner peace so deep that my external winds of chaos and change won't faze me. When people bring noise, when people try to hurt, when people try to destroy, it won't hurt me because I went through my worst battle alone and here I am. You know, our light grows stronger the more we are willing to face the darkness. And I have been willing to face the darkness and I faced it. I walked through it and here I am. I stand in the light. So when I have people that come on the platform and watch, great. Let's learn. We can all learn together. But at the same token, when you steal, that's called karma. And you can't steal from my journey. Here I am. You can't bring down someone who isn't afraid to eat alone. I've eaten alone. who isn't afraid to lose friends. I have none. Who isn't afraid to lose family. I know my enemies from my foes. And who doesn't care about rejection. I don't mind rejection at all because I know that I am the light. I am God's body. And who doesn't tolerate disrespect. I don't tolerate it. A lot of people, when they think that they are disrespecting you and you say nothing at all and you do nothing, they act like you're nothing and you're nobody. Everything sticks within their heaven, their mind, their dome, their brain, their memory, and it's being stored because one day you will regret hurting a person of the light. One day you will pay for hurting a person that is God body. We don't think the same. None of us do. We are all uniquely made, and that's the beauty of us being different. But it's also the beauty of knowing how to embrace your oneness. I am me, and you are you. And you have to go down that dark path that people call darkness to be awakened, to be able to see the light. People that are good for you and people who are not. People who make noise and bring chaos, and people who are your peace and bring you happiness and make you smile. No smile can be forced. No smile can be faked. But your eyes will always show the glow and the light within you and all of us. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I am not a religious person at all. I do know the Bible, like many people of color do. We do. I am a woman of color, but I am a woman of many races as well. But I do know the Bible, but I don't practice because I am God body. I'm free spirited. I create my own heaven and my own earth. The heaven is in the mind, and the earth is a part of my soul, which equals the breath. This is a Cancer reading, and I hope everyone is doing well. And I wish everyone nothing but love and light on their journey because everybody's journey is going to be different. You can't walk the journey with someone else. You have to walk the journey alone so that you will be able to stand in the dark to be able to see the light. No one's journey is going to be the same. They may have similarities, but they will not be the same. So I encourage you to take a deep breath, to relax the heaven and the earth within you. And I wish you well on your journey because when you're able to see the light, nothing will faze you. Let's begin. This is a reading for the sign of Cancer. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is staying well. You know, with the drastic changing of the weather, some people are getting colds and flus or whatever the case may be. Heal the body. Heal the mind. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Cancer. Show me exactly what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. We're doing this reading for the sign of Cancer. Listen, the cards are jumping already, and I love that. That means that there's a message for someone. It could be a message for me as well, because as most of you know who follow me, you know that I am a Cancer as well. So with that being said, the cards are jumping, and let's see what the message has. I'm going to take the ones that fell on the floor, and I'm going to take everything in the way that it came out. some of these cards, I did a reading the other day, and a few of these cards came out in that reading. And I did a Cancer reading, and I did an Aquarius reading as well. You know, they say that when there is an Aquarius mother and there is a Cancer child, that they tend to bump heads. Be careful with everything you try to read, because it's not true. Because love will always be loved. And once again, as I said, a child's first enemy is an unhealed parent. Spirit guides, we have knowledge. Knowledge. We all know that knowledge is power. And knowledge, Cancer, knowledge. The information will be liberating. So it's saying to study. There's a Cancer here that wants to learn more. There's a Cancer here that wants to take the journey of his or her spirituality. They want to take that road alone. They're in search of knowledge because they hunger for it. They thirst for it. And guess what? You acknowledge that you are still learning. Everyone is still learning. I'm still learning. We learn every day. If you ever hear a person that says, I know everything, I know all that I need to know, you need to get the heck away from them because they know nothing. It's okay to learn. It's okay to gain knowledge. Yesterday, I was with my sister, and she was telling me that she's a professor at a college where she lives at in Alabama. But she was telling me one of her oldest students was 80 years old. And that brought joy to my soul because you're never too old to learn at all. So there's a Cancer here that is searching, that is seeking information. And this information will be liberating to your soul. You're on a spiritual journey, and you know the journey is for you to take alone. You can't heal anyone, even someone toxic. They have to be able to go within. You can send them healing energy, but they have to want it. And your soul will tell you when it's time to stay away from that person who doesn't have the same hunger or thirst that you have for knowledge. We have key holder, and we know that you are the key holder, Cancer. You know, you're going to succeed. You're going to be successful in everything that you do. A lot of people say that Capricorns and Scorpios have the Midas touch, but Cancer, you have the Midas touch as well. You know, many doors have already started opening for you. They will continue to open, and some of them are open all the way. You have to decide which foot you're going to stick in, whether it be your left foot or your right foot. You have to take the next step into that door. Which door are you going to choose? Because there's a rare opportunity that is being offered to you. And if some of you have not received that opportunity, there's an opportunity that's very rare that's going to be on its way to you. So you must decide which road you're going to take. And you have to decide how you're going to step through that door, whether it be with your left foot or your right foot, or your right foot or your left foot. You have to make that decision, but you're going to be successful. You will succeed in everything that you do. We have the cheetah spirit, Cancer. Cheetah. You know, when this card appears, you have to prepare to act quickly because we all know that cheetahs are fast. They're wild. They're free in the jungle. Now, some people that have this cheetah spirit, They feel like they're being held captive, like the animals in the zoo. But there's always a way out. And there's a way out for you, Cancer. There is going to be a time that you need to prepare to act quickly to make this move, because there's going to be a very rare opportunity that will be offered to you. Don't miss it. Keep your eyes open. You know, you can easily outrun your enemy for some of you as well. So there may be a person or people around you who do not wish you well. And you're getting tired of that situation. But Spirit is saying there is a way out. And they're going to be offering you a way out of this situation so you can easily outrun your enemy. And when you begin to start running, don't look back. Remain focused on your goals, Cancer. Remain focused on your goals and keep them to yourself. Nobody needs to know what you're doing, how you're doing it. Because guess what? Those people are not sharing their information with you, what you're doing and how you're doing it. So remain focused on your goals, but do it quietly. We have in a bubble. You know, every time I see this card, it reminds me of my sister that crossed over. You know, I saw her funeral before we had her funeral. She came to me instantly after she crossed over, when she left out of her body. And she showed me her in a bubble. And I didn't quite understand why my sister was in a bubble. You know, like the bubble that you blow. But she was inside of this bubble. And with her being inside of that bubble, there were little children around her. And I'm looking at these children because they were very familiar to me. And it was like my soul knew them. They were not strangers to me and they were not strangers to her, but they were also in this bubble. This card, every time I see this butterfly in this bubble, step out of your comfort zone, Cancer. You know, a lot of us Cancers, we stay in the house. We are homebody, home base. We love being at home. But Spirit is saying step out, because when you step out and get out of the house, you'll be reminded of why you want to go back in the house. Let me tell you. So step out, go outside, get a little fresh air, and you can always return home. Where is home for you, Cancer? Where do you feel safe? Where do you feel comfortable? Where is your peace, Cancer? Don't live a life in a bubble. Don't live a life in the bubble. Staying at home all the time. For some of you, it feels good to be at home. For some of you, you wish that home could be your peace, but it's so chaotic. Your soul has one foot in and one foot out. But don't live your life in a bubble. Live your life as free as you possibly can be. So Cancer, never let anyone burst your bubble. Burst your bubble and start living. It's time for you to live the life that you desire. We have the Fox Spirit. This card came up in another Cancer reading and also in an Aquarius reading. You know, Cancers, you are very smart. We have the first card as being knowledge, right? You seek knowledge. But you are smart, Cancer, so listen to your instincts. What do you want to do? What do you need to do for you? But this card, like the cheetah spirit, the cheetah, you will outrun your enemy. But there is an arrival that's coming to your home of someone sneaky. There's someone that's coming to your home that's sneaky. So be very careful because this fox spirit is saying you have enemies around you. You have someone that's going to come to your home, and that is a very sneaky person. But you have to learn to think on your feet because the fox spirit will outfox anyone. Be that fox because you're smart enough. Listen to your instincts. You already know who I'm talking about. These enemies, some of you more than one, some of you only one, but you know exactly who this person or these persons are. You know, lighting the way, Cancer. I love to see this card because you are letting yourself be guided through this darkness. When I started this reading, we spoke about being in the dark, going through your hardest times. A lot of people equate that to darkness, going through their hardest moments alone, but being guided to the light. Your spirit guides are saying, here I am. Allow your heaven, which is your mind, to be guided to see the light. You know, your angels are watching over you. I feel like some of you have called upon them. And if you didn't know how to, simple. Call upon your archangels. Each archangel represents something different. They all help in different ways. And I'm consistently and I'm constantly calling upon my archangels, even when my days are beautiful. I still call upon them because I don't want it to seem like I only call them in the moments of darkness. I call them even when I'm standing in the light. But your angels are watching over you. My angels crossed over loved ones. I call upon them as well. You know, so Cancers, you haven't lost your way. Some of you, you feel like you've lost your way because you're surrounded by people who are your enemies. But you have to outsmart them. Be the fox spirit because you are smart. So listen to your instincts. Learn to think on your feet because your angels are lighting the way for you to come out of this darkness. Many doors are opening for you. So remember the key holder. Many doors are opening and you will succeed in everything that you do. And remember that there is a rare opportunity being offered to you. Don't miss it. And be that cheetah spirit because you can outrun these enemies. These people don't have to be in your life. You don't have to subject yourself to them. So be prepared to act quickly. And if some of you feel like you're stuck in that bubble, burst your own bubble and start living the life that you desire. We have burdens being lifted. Look at those three butterflies lifting that anchor. Your burdens are being lifted. If you thought that there was no way, your angels are making a way for you. You have to be able to see, be mindful enough, think on your feet to be able to see the light. But we have pleasure. And a lot of times when people get this card, the first thing they think is pleasure, as in sexual pleasure. You know, although that feels good for some people, but guess what? It's not always about sex. Pleasure is being happy. That's pleasurable. Pleasure, something pleasurable is, you know, tasting something sweet, right? Which is delicious. But what gives you the most pleasure, Cancer, is trust. Trust is what gives you the ultimate pleasure. Being able to trust someone so much so that you just know that they won't hurt you, that they won't harm you, that they won't lie on you. Trust is what brings you pleasure, and trust equals happiness, which equals peace. So unlock the passion within you, Cancer. Your heaven, the mind. Learn to think on your feet. There is wisdom in your body, and for someone, it's locked. Spirit is saying, you know who you are. We've given you the keys. It is your destiny to be happy. It is your destiny for you to have the things that you desire. The spirit that lives inside of you is yours and is yours alone. Spirit is saying, I'm going to lift you out of this troublesome situation. These three butterflies are lifting this anchor. And you know, butterflies are light. And that anchor is heavy. Anchors, you know, they stop ships in the middle of the sea. Someone will help you succeed. Your angels will help you succeed. But be prepared to work together with them, Cancer. Work together with your spiritual team. Delegate so that you can rise up and be as powerful as you know that you are meant to be. They gave you these keys for a reason. You know, I've spoken about the crab and the zodiac and how the crab came to be. For my June cancers and my July cancers, I've spoken to you about why this crab, this small crab, is protected on the outside, and on the inside, they're nice and meaty. You're mighty. You're brave. Your soul is strong. You have a love for everything and everyone, and you want to see the beauty in everything and everyone, but toxicity. You can't help a toxic person. They have to want to be able to find their own light. They have to be able to want to walk through their own darkness so that they too may see the light. You fought this battle by yourself, and you don't mind losing friends and family. You don't mind being alone. We have the cat spirit. Mystical creatures, aren't they? Very mystical creatures. But you know, the cat spirit, it's time for you to tap into your spiritual gifts. Use your power. Use what you are made of, what you were meant to be. You know, the light still shines in darkness. The other day I did a reading, but I can't tell you exactly which card I had. It wasn't in this particular deck. But the analogy that I gave, the example, let's just say when you turn off your lights and you're getting into bed and the TV is off, you're in darkness, but for a second. When you open up your eyes, you can see through that darkness because things are only as dark as you allow them to be. You can see through that darkness. The light still shines in darkness because it does. So even if you've gone through something traumatizing, something toxic, something that hurt you, you can still get up, you can still rise, but be patient, Cancer. Wait for the right time to act. Keep your eyes open. A rare opportunity will be offered to you, and you have to decide how are you going to take that first step. Is it going to be the left foot first and then the right, or is it going to be the right foot and then the left? We have mirroring. Mirroring. You know, oftentimes when we see this mirroring effect, people often associate it with a twin flame. But who is triggering you? Who has hurt you? Look deeper inside of yourself, Cancer. What is okay and what is not? Someone here has repressed their emotions. Spirit is saying you are the key holder. The bonus card is the Owl Spirit, and I love to see this card come in right at the right moment. So look for the subtle signs around you, Cancer. The universe has been showing you. Your spiritual team has been sending you signs. It's time for you to uncover your hidden potential. There's something that's lying dormant within you. And let me say this to you, Cancer, you are wiser beyond your years. I don't care how old you are wise. You are a very wise person because you hunger and you thirst for knowledge. Cancer, there's a letter that's on its way to you, whether it be in the mail, so watch your mail. Don't put any mail to the side. Go through your mail. There's a letter coming in. And for some of you, it may be an intimate message. Someone expressing how they feel about you, how they may miss you, or they have regrets. But expect, some of you, a paper-based document that you may need to sign and get back to that person quickly. But for some of you, there may be issues with communication between you and someone else. You know, if you're in a relationship, you have to sit down and listen to one another. Just because this person is speaking, it doesn't make them right. Just because you're speaking, it doesn't make you right. But you have to come to a common ground of what the two of you will feel comfortable at doing and being. No one is Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all. But there's problems between someone within a relationship with communication. Because someone wants to be Mr. Right and someone wants to be Mrs. Right. But there has to be a commonality. There has to be an understanding. But more importantly, the respect of how another person feels versus how you feel as well. There has to be equal give and take. No one is smarter. No one is better. Their idea may be good for them and it may not be good for you. Your idea may be good for you and it may not be good for them. But there has to be equal give and take, understanding. Cancers. Knowledge is powerful. My mother was a school teacher. And, you know, she always wanted us to read. When I was younger, I used to think that it was a punishment. But then my oldest sister said to me one day, reading is power. It takes you into another dimension. It takes you into another realm. You can be in places that you've never been before. It's magical. It's powerful. It doesn't matter what you're reading, even if it's an example or a direction of some sort. Put yourself in those pages, in those sentences, and everything will become powerful to you. I remember in high school, I struggled with algebra a little. But then when I was homeschooling my children, I used the tactic of putting myself into those pages, as my sister taught me, putting myself into the directions, into the examples. And guess what? I mastered algebra. It became that easy to me. I had to see myself in it. I was the example and I was the direction. Your spirit team is saying, we gave you the keys. Use them. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Cancer. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear for the sign of Cancer. Thank you. Spirit guides, thank you so much. Spirit guides, what message? Thank you. What message do you have for Cancer? What does Cancer need to know on their journey? What does Cancers need to know? Spirit guides, what does Cancers need to know on their journey? Oops. 2 more cards. What message do you have for Cancer? Let me turn that over. What message do you have for Cancer? What else does Cancer need to know? And I'm going to take these 2. You know, we're starting off with house. When we see house, this is a beautiful brick house, right? This is real estate. You know, anytime I see a house show up in a reading, somebody has a beautiful home or someone wants to move. Someone may be looking at property, but you want a place that you can call home, a place where you have stability, a place that you can create your family structure, a place where you can enjoy your neighbors. This card is associated with the number 20, so the number 20 may be important to someone. Cancers, I just got this, how do I explain it? I just got this feeling. It's like how you have, I know this is nasty, but you know you have, when you have cold in your throat and you need to, cough it out a little. But this number 20, indicates one who has infinite potential when it comes to relationships or negotiations. So when you see the number 20, you will know that you are being helped by your angels in bringing your projects to completion. You know, the vibration of the number 20 is expressed when there is a strong need to learn patience so that the appropriate actions can be properly carried out. That cheetah spirit, you are the key holder. Something is going to be happening for you quickly. 20 days, 20 days, 20 hours between those 2. Let me know. But you have to make a decision because this is coming in quickly. You know, the number 2 is about being part of a group, which many cancers don't like to be a part of a group. But this could be between you and your partner, or this harmonious relationship, a companionship. But the number 2 does not like to be alone, but they don't want to be in a group either. And the 0 following the 2 makes the number 20 more successful. So this situation is between you and your person, a relationship. Cancer is coming to a completion of a cycle, an awareness that anything is possible. Anything is possible. You may be coming out of a dark situation and you're being escorted into the light. Follow the light. We have the number 18, which is child. There could be a child involved in this situation, or there could be children involved in your situation. But when we see a child, children are supposed to be happy. Some children are very charming. But what's important here, Cancer? Children are innocent. And I said in the beginning of the reading that a child's first enemy is an unhealed parent. Whether it be you, the unhealed parent, or your parent being the unhealed parent, that's generational. Something needs to be broken. But Cancer, this card may be also telling me that someone thinks you're gullible and you're not. Some Cancers, they don't pull out those pinchers until they need to. But someone may be inexperienced at accepting the kind of love that you offer, Cancer. But this number 18 feels like it is showing up everywhere. And if you haven't seen it, you will begin to see this number 18. You may notice it on a sign. You may notice it on a clock, on your telephone. But the number 18 represents our fears, our insecurities, because you know children are innocent. But this number 18 may represent your fears, Cancer, or your insecurities. You know, the number 18 will often appear to tell us that we need to work to overcome these forces of fear and insecurities. The number 18 reassures us that we can overcome the obstacles ahead of us. You're going through the darkness, and on the other side will be the light, Cancer. You know, what's ahead is the light. What you need to do is to take charge of your thinking. So when you see the number 18, your gut should tell you whether something is a coincidence or something more familiar or something more drastic. You need to trust your instincts. Did we or did we not have a card that says that you need to trust your instincts? The fox spirit, you are smart. Cancer, listen to your instincts. This number 18, twice, two times, is telling you to trust your instincts. I don't care what somebody's thoughts and opinions are, it has nothing to do with you. You have your own mind. Use it. No one is like you. No one is like the person trying to give you their opinion. They can keep that for themselves. And you walk the walk that you were meant to walk, because nothing is a coincidence. You need to trust your instincts right now and always, Cancer. I'm not talking about your phobia of snakes or spiders. Those things are legitimate things to fear. However, trust your instincts. Fear of rejection, the belief that you're not good enough, a firm belief that others will betray you. That conviction that you aren't smart enough to learn certain things. Knowledge. You hunger and you thirst for knowledge. You hunger and you thirst for knowledge. People don't know that about you. You don't always show people all the sides of you, Cancer, and that's okay. Let them think what they want, and you continue to walk the walk that you were meant to take. You have to get rid of these self-limiting beliefs based on what another person thinks about you, what they said about you. These fears are holding you back from doing something very important in your life. However, the number 18 will assure you that you can overcome these fears. You have, you have the power to change other people's lives. You have the power to change your life, your destiny. You know, in tarot, the number 18 is linked to the moon card. Cancer, you're associated with the moon. Cancers and Pisces are as well. Scorpios, yes, you're associated. You water signs are associated. You're connected with the moon in a very beautiful way, which also represents the same things as insecurities and also things that are hidden that will be revealed to you. So work on your self-esteem. Look for the real causes behind your actions. You may be upset with your partner for his or her actions that you consider to be flirtatious. Ask yourself if what they were doing really is so bad. Or are you feeling your own insecurities about your trust and your beliefs? However, you could be mad at a colleague at work who didn't do something to help you in a certain situation, but are you upset that they did nothing or that you didn't do the thing that you should have done yourself? You know, change your perspective, Cancer, and identify what is real about the situation and what you are projecting onto the situation due to your own insecurities. But the mind is powerful. Trust your instincts. Trust your instincts at all costs. Don't let anyone persuade you. Cancer, when you start to understand this, you can take a more positive approach, action to fix these problems and have a healthier relationship with your partner if you choose to go that route, with a family member if you choose to go that route, with a colleague, a neighbor, if you choose to go that route. It's up to you. Make the decision. You know, we all have free will to choose our own destinies. The number 26 is all about great fortune. I told you 20 hours, 20 days, great fortune is coming. And this is the number 26, right? So maybe on the 26th, you'll be putting that into motion, maybe winning the lottery, deciding to claim your ticket on the 26th, but on the number 20 holds great power. So pay attention to the number 20. But we also have this number 26, which is great fortune. There's money coming in. But fortune can mean so many different things. Fortune, to some people, that's straight up happiness. That's peace of mind. You know, contentment, happiness, joy. But this is a wish come true, a dream come true. Cancer, you will be living in your purpose. You have good luck all around you. You do. You have good luck all around you. The number 36 is hope. What do I need to say about this card? Hope. That's spirituality. New views, you learning, knowledge is power. You having an awareness of self. You have hope in your dreams and your wishes. You have hope in whomever you pray to, because spirituality, you already know that you are God's body. You believe everything about yourself in you, your mind, to the soles of your feet. The number 23, we have all these twos coming out. This is court. Some of you may be going to court to handle a legal matter. The number 23 is court. Someone is going to cooperate with you about something. There's a battle going on between you and someone else. The number 23 is definitely official business. You know, some documents need to be signed, but Spirit is saying that you, Cancer, you're going to come out on top. The number 23 has been called the master number. And for good reason, it has very powerful numbers that can represent both positive and negative aspects of our lives. You understand what I'm saying? So, on the positive side of the number 23, it can symbolize hope. As this card right here, before the court card came out, says hope. The number 23 is all about hope, faith, and new beginnings. You know you're about to have a new beginning. It is a reminder that no matter how bad things may seem, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So you will be walking through that darkness into the light. And if you're standing in that darkness right now, open your eyes because you're actually in the light. On the negative side of 23, it can represent fear. And we've seen that in the number 18. Fear, insecurities, and doubt. Release it. It can be a sign that you are not living your best life and you need to make some changes within that home environment. Either way, Cancer. The number 23 is definitely worth paying attention to. Some people believe that it is a sacred number with mystical properties. Others believe that it is a lucky number that can bring good fortune, because this is great fortune. The number 26 that's headed in your direction. The number 33, Cancer, gloomy thoughts. No more. Get out of those insecurities. Open your eyes because there's light all around you. No more worrying, Cancer. These enemies, you can outrun them, crush them. The depression that you may face, some of you going through sleepless nights, you're about to have rest. Overthinking, being doubtful, feeling unhopeful. Leave it alone because there is hope. There is hope. There is hope. There is hope. Listen, I can't make this up. Unexpected money. Cancer. Unexpected money. So we have great fortune. We have hope. We have this new home for some of you. We have the court card. We have 20, 26, 23. We have 27, unexpected money. We have all these twos, and we know that the number 22 is the most powerful number that there is. Unexpected money headed your way. This great fortune, unexpected money, wealth. This is going to be a positive change. Some of you are going into real estate, that new home. This is positive, Cancer. This is abundance. Unexpected money. What are you going to do with it? And for some of you, this money is going to be so much so that you will be able to leave a legacy of generational wealth. And for some of you, this may be a return on an investment. Some of you may decide to help someone to go to school, maybe offer some sort of assistance in a scholarship for someone. But this money is going to be enough for you to do all the things that you desire and more. Because you're going to build with this money and build and build and build. So much so that you'll be able to leave a legacy. Cancer, there's journey. The first card that came out in this deck was house, purchasing real estate. Some of you moving, wanting stability, a very secure family life, a nice family neighborhood, but this journey, traveling somewhere, maybe looking around for that new house, maybe traveling in your new car when this money comes in, that new transportation. But some of you may be thinking about taking a vacation. However, a departure of past people, past things, past situations, because this is arrival of very good news, unexpected money, great fortune, winning something in court, no more gloomy thoughts. But this journey, you're definitely getting a new vehicle. We have the number 19, vitality. Some of you may have recently lost someone. Someone may have crossed over recently. But for some of you, this is just the ending of a dark cycle, a dark journey. No more being left out in the cold. No more bad outcomes. Taking control of your own destiny. We have the number 30. We have court official here once again. We have the court card and court official. Some of you may need to hire an attorney when you receive this money, so that you won't overspend or waste it. Some of you may want to talk with a mediator when this money comes in, someone that can advise you on how to keep your money safe. But you're going to be okay, Cancer. You're most definitely going to be okay. And Cancer, under this card, we have main female. This is the number 2. I had to pull this one too. I'm a Cancer as well, and I'm the main female here. But this is an elegant woman. This is everything opening up for her. Cancer, this is deep. Male or female. Let me say, we all know that there is no sex in spirituality. There's energy. And we all possess both masculine and feminine energies, but this card, main female. For some of you, this could be a romantic relationship starting over, or you meeting someone new. But if you're in a relationship, you're your man's one and only partner. But you will have this abundance. And what you choose to do with it, you may need help and guidance, because this money is going to be so fruitful. It's going to be an abundance and overflow that you may need to hire people to help you to keep this safe. And you'll be able to know by your gut who you can trust versus who you cannot trust. With this money, you're going to be filling people out. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch, and I send to you nothing but love and light. Cancers, I am 1000% excited for you, because we all have to go through a dark time to get to the light. And we can be going through something that seems so dark, but be standing in the light as well. Open your eyes. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. Thank you to all the new followers. I send to you nothing but love and light. Good night.